Christopher Robin. No, not Goodbye Christopher Robin. That was last year. This year we're getting just Christopher Robin. And I really feel like they definitely avoided saying that phrase because I heard a lot of Goodbye Christophers and a lot of Farewell Christopher Robins, but never those three words in a row. But nonetheless, this movie stars Ewan McGregor, Hayley Atwell, and the whole Winnie the Pooh gang. Now, this is basically a live action adaptation of the books, of the animations and all that shit. And pretty much, Ewan McGregor is Christopher Robin grown up, and Winnie the Pooh has to, goes and finds him and basically helps him, find fun in his life and, find bringing his inner child out again. Shit like that happens. Now, I wasn't extremely, excited for this movie. I really wasn't. I'm not a huge Winnie the Pooh guy, but, I heard good things, because obviously this movie is very late. Now, if you're thinking, Ace, what are you doing, man? This movie came out like a month ago. No, it didn't. It just came out in Australia. I actually saw it the day it came out in Australia on Thursday. I'm a bit late with the review, but not a month late. That's all I want you to remember. But basically, I heard good things, and I wasn't really disappointed. This movie is pretty much exactly what I expected after hearing the good things, and this is pretty much what you'd want out of a family fun kids film. This is lighthearted, good message, fun stuff, and that's all it had to be. Christopher Robin himself plays Ewan McGregor, is played by him. He was really good in this as well. Hayley Atwell was quite good, but I think the best part of the characters was the Winnie the Pooh gang. The Winnie, Pooh Bear, Eeyore, Tigger, and Piglet were all really good when they were on screen. Really, really good. Winnie and Eeyore were really stand out to me. They made a lot of funny scenes, a lot funnier. Especially Pooh Bear, he just had a nice vibe about him that was really fun to watch on screen, and there was a lot of laughs in this movie, and I think, of course, you got to deliver on it. It's a kids' family fun movie, and they delivered on that aspect. I think this movie, could have been a bit boring, and it definitely was a bit slow, and I can understand that, but because they bring in a positive message and some jokes in there that delivered, it saved that. Because yes, that is a negative in this movie. It is kind of a bit, has some maybe pacing issues. It wasn't a long movie, but it just felt a bit longer than maybe it should. Now, obviously, I think the jokes did save that, and they got away with it, but definitely does get slow at some points in the movie. Another good thing about this movie is it has a nice message. I think that's what everyone, expected it to be. It's not going to be a bad message, Basically, let your inner kid out, Don't get stuck up with your job and stuff. Look after your friends, look after your family, and love that first before you love your job. And that was an important message. I think that'll, kids will enjoy. Now, it has some fun stuff in there, obviously, I'm talking about, but I would like maybe some more colours, because it was a fun movie, but there was definitely some darker tones, and that's, I thought something was a bit weird, that they just didn't commit to having a lighter tone, especially on Winnie the Pooh's gang. They were very, dull coloured at times, and I was like, we could bump that up, especially Tigger. Tigger was one that maybe he looked a lot older and faded, but then he still acted the same. So I was like, is he meant to be older, or is he meant to be the same? And why is he not bright orange and yellow instead of this dark, yellowy, messy colour that I didn't even know was? It was, there. But obviously this movie isn't necessarily my cup of tea. I'm not a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. I'm not a, family fun, chuck me into everything. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's just not my go-to. Now, that makes me not as keen to go back and watch this movie, but I think for what it was very, very enjoyable. I think the characters were good. I think the writing, although there wasn't a plot per se, it didn't necessarily follow a middle, beginning, and end. Said that in the wrong order, but you get it. I think it worked for the film. It kind of just floated through random scenes. You didn't really know that was going, even though you kind of did, because it was a little bit predictable, but I would have liked it a bit more structured. But I think the jokes were written really well. The characters, I said before, and then the comedy works really well with a nice message. So that's pretty much all you need out of a kids movie, and I'm going to give Christopher Robin a B-. Okay, thank you for watching my review of Christopher Robin. As I said, Australia got this movie very late. I didn't get this late. They did. Don't blame me. Now, I don't know if you have noticed, but the camera may be a bit different than normal. Maybe the distortion when I do that is a bit off, and I'm actually probably looking to the side a little bit because I've got the camera flipped, because one of my lights is busted for some reason, which means I only have one light, and when I have the camera like I normally do, which is facing at me, and I can't see it, it really just gets a lot of the glare into the sun and you can't see shit. It's really bad lighting, but I didn't want to get behind, so I kind of adapted, flipped the camera over this way so I can see myself for once, And then you can see behind me, and it looks nice, looks, you know, beautiful, but probably the distortion when I do that shit is a bit off. But let me know if that makes a difference. Whilst I'm standing up, I don't know if you can notice that I can move and skippity dip around now. I'm usually sitting down. I thought I'd try it because I got a higher shelf up, which is all the way, if you can see my hand fully faced up, that's the top of the box set. So I'm going to do a video on my new shelf very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. So stay tuned for my reviews coming as well. I'm seeing the new Predator movie tomorrow, so that should be up Wednesday or Thursday. Searching, I'm seeing soon as well. A lot of good shit coming, good review, rewind, review, said it, got it out. That's coming soon as well, so look forward to that. Plenty of cool stuff. Check out my other videos, like, subscribe, whatever you like, but of course, have a good one.